Renasi. He's the congressman from Ohio's, I believe, 7th district. He's pretty conservative. Just I'm really shocked that Sherrod Brown won. He's an incumbent. He's well liked in that state. Looking back, and Braun is up by 12%. That's pretty alarming. To tell the truth, honestly,
Yeah.
we should definitely be alarmed by that. 32% now in for West Virginia, and Manchin is up by 8.9%. Tennessee is still staying the same. McCaskill is up by 3.6. Texas is staying pretty tight, 2% reporting though. O'Rourke is now taking the lead. FL Senate 85 reporting. Nelson is still 0.9. Oh, Florida governor is tied.
Oh, we got a tie here. Very interesting.
Yeah.
In the Florida
just
governor's
updated.
race.
Oh, just updated. Now he's down by 1%. But
right.
That was really cool.
That was
49.9.
Very brief tie for a second there. Rick Scott's still up. Have we seen any updates in the counties that Democrats are traditionally doing well in?
In Florida, yeah, they definitely still do have the pretty strongholds in the Palm Beach County, in Miami-Dade and Broward. Actually, Orlando or Citrus County is actually starting to tilt to the Democrats, but it actually tilted more to the Democrats than it did in 2012 when Nelson ran again for re-election. Right now, Orange County, which holds the city of Orlando, 237 precincts of 247 are reporting Nelson has a huge lead, 61% to 38.2%, bigger than it was in 2012. Looking at the Palm Beach County, which that county usually is tilt D, but right now we got
a New York Times call. I hate to interrupt. Bob Menendez has won his race against Bob Huggin. Obviously, He has had a lot of corruption allegations, not very favored by really anyone, but still, nonetheless, He has edged out in his race with 15% reporting thus far, 48.4 to 48.2. Obviously, there's a lot of we've seen the counties, and it's looked pretty very very much it's been decided.
That's something the race that I would have watched as well. I'm actually not really shocked Menendez won because, like what I said before, they had the New York mayoral election this year. Looking at the map right now, New York is dark blue. Dark red counties are west of New York and in the southeastern part of the state. Typical conservative areas, but it seems like that New York and Trenton hopefully will definitely overpower Menendez over to the top. I personally do not like Menendez, but I am fine with having him reelected again. I just wish that, he didn't do all that corruption stuff.
Yeah, and didn't have sex with underage prostitutes.
Yeah.
Each person, each party right now has something to be excited about. And that's the thing with the midterms. Everyone has something to be excited about. But the real prizes are going to come a lot later in the night. So you're going to want to stay tuned for us here. We've been on the air so far for just hit an hour, and we are about what is it? Less than a minute away from new big 9 p.m. poll closings and projections. We'll have them for you in about a minute and 30 seconds, though, because they do take a little bit long time to come in. We're gonna react to those. We're gonna get our midterm vibes going here on the Spencer Walsh Radio Network. Tom Malinowski. Leonard Lance right now. Tom Malinowski. We talked to a guy who helped contribute to his race, Rohan Panda, today. You can go back and listen to that. 50.9 to 46.9 right now, with a very limited portion of the vote in at this time. But so far, what we really want to look up is who's the toss-up races, who's won, and so far we have one toss-up race winning. 3 toss-up races for the Democrats, 3 toss-up races leading to the Republicans in the Senate right now. McCaskill, O'Rourke, both right now narrowly Republican. McCaskill up by 4.6, O'Rourke by 1.6. Scott is up by 0.8, and Braun is up at 12. Blackburn up by 25, and that's now with 8% reporting. So yeah, that could be a little tight. But yeah, Republican favored in Mississippi. SB, the special election, Mike Epstein with less 1% reporting is up early. So yeah, we're going to see Minnesota is Amy Klobuchar. She's probably going to win. Be a little bit surprised if they don't. But an interesting thing with the Rust Belt, that's another thing I want to get into. Rust Belt. Ohio looking like they're holding on. Debbie Stabenow was up early. And Wisconsin. Tammy Baldwin's supposed to beat Leah Vukmir in that race for them anyway. Yeah, all right. We got some interesting stuff going on. We got projections right now for you. Let's do them all. All right. Bob Casey has won his race in Pennsylvania. A.B. Klobuchar has won her Senate race, defeating Jim Newberger in Minnesota. We just talked about that. No surprises there. Kristen Gillibrand defeats Chell Farley. And, yeah, that's in New York. In New Mexico, Martin Heinrich defeats Mark Rich and Gary Johnson. And so those are obvious Senate races. North Dakota and Texas are both too early to call so far. Arizona, also too early to call thus far. And, yeah, again, North Dakota. Heidi Heitkamp, Kevin Kramer, too early to call. So, yeah, those are our new projections that we can make right now at 9 p.m. What are your reactions to some of those projections?
Well, definitely, yeah, Heidi Heitkamp, that's definitely going to be a race to watch. Way too early to call. I really think that she's going to lose her seat, though, just because she is in a state that went for Trump by a huge margin. She tried to make herself look more as a moderate so that she could win. But what really brought her down, when I noticed even with the polling, is after the Kavanaugh hearings and how she voted no for Kavanaugh. That really shot herself in the foot. I don't think she was meaning to do that. I thought that maybe, she was trying to, make it seem like to her constituents, like, look, he's not going to be good because of all the problems that he had in his prior life. I think that what she did, it seems like it backfired pretty hard on her. But that's definitely going to be a good race to watch. Heitkamp. Arizona, that's going to be a close race. I think personally Kirsten Sinema is going to win. I don't personally support her. She's against Medicare for All. She was very moderate, actually. She's just part of the Blue Dog Coalition. And she is more of a person I would see really kind of hang around Republicans in the sense of voting more with the Republicans maybe than with the Democrats. But you know what? You really never know. I mean, because she voted with Trump's 60 Congress. So I don't know what she's going to do while in the Senate, because she might vote, 75% of the time while in the Senate. So honestly, in that race, we're going to still have a pro-Trump person win. Now, it matters who we're going to have. Either we're going to have a 98% pro-Trump or we're going to have a 64% pro-Trump person win. So, in my opinion, I probably would rather have Kirsten Sinema, but I wouldn't be proud to have her, in my opinion, as my senator, as she's more of a moderate person, but those type of people are kind of dead. We don't really have moderates anymore, and there's a reason for it. The parties want to be their own parties, and there's a reason why there's no more moderates. She would try to come out and become a moderate so that we can get more moderates, but it's just there's a reason why there's no more moderates. I think this is what she has to understand. The other race I think we should be watching is the Nevada gubernatorial and the Nevada senatorial races. Both those races are going to be very tight races as well. Rosen and Heller have been going all over the place, going up and down the slide with the polls. The most recent poll had Rosen up by 4, but the other polls had Heller up by 3, Heller up by 7, Heller up by 8, Heller up by 2, and then Rosen up by 3. So really just all over the place with the polling and all over the place with really just that state's election results. I mean, because Heller won by, I believe, 1.3% in 2012. He won against a similar lady like Jackie Rosen.
Interesting result here. 34% in, 54.8 to 38.4. Laura Kelly up in Kansas over Chris Kobach.
Yeah. Kansas, that's a good race to watch as well.
Yeah,
Kansas
that's not something I expected to happen. Mike DeWine still up by 4% over Richard Cordray. And, yeah, that seems to be another major race so far. By the way, also, Andrew Cuomo, no surprise, has won his race here in New York.
Yeah. That's not shocking at all. Laura Kelly, she actually, the reason why I thought it was kind of funny that Trump endorsed, what's his name? The Republican candidate, the Chris Kobach. I thought it was kind of funny that he endorsed him because looking at polls that were polls between Kobach and the incumbent governor, Kobach was always behind Laura Kelly. So I thought it was just kind of funny that Trump
All right,
was endorsing
we do
someone
have some
who
more projections
will
here.
have a hard chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Andy
Um,
Barr defeated Amy McGrath. No surprise there.
yeah,
That's
no,
something
no.
that you already called, and the New York Times has already called before. Yeah, that's in the House 6. That was another big race. Ross Spano defeated Kristen Carlson in Florida 15th. I think that was supposed to be a pretty Republican race throughout. Yeah, but I do want to turn our attention now to Georgia, where Brian Kemp is up 63% to 36.4%. What are you getting here out of the counties?
Um, Looking at Georgia, I mean that state. Um, Extent the poll close time, which thank God they did, because of the voting problems. Looking at the
Yeah,
counties right now that they have going on, um, we still do have a pretty strong hold, it seems like, out of Atlanta, which is definitely good for Stacey Abrams, but not all the districts have been counted yet. Atlanta, Fulton County, which actually holds Atlanta, only has 3 of the 373 precincts reporting. Now they just updated it. Brian Kemp is up by 2.3%. Outside Atlanta and DeKalb County, one of the precincts out of the 193 are reporting, with Stacey Abrams having 79% of the vote to Brian Kemp's 19.5. Look at this votes right now. 20% are in. Way too early, I think, in my opinion, to
yeah,
really call a race
yeah.
because Atlanta is a stronghold of the state. They only got 3 of the 373 precincts reporting. Really, what will most likely call the races what Atlanta goes for, what Athens, what Augusta, what McCourt, what Savannah, and what Columbus go for. Savannah's typically conservative, so I wouldn't be shocked if Savannah does go for Kemp. If it goes for Abrams, that would be very, very good, and that would be a very good sign.
If
If
Atlanta is conservative, Fulton County, you mean?
Fulton County right now, yeah, Fulton County is tilts right now to the conservative point.
It is
Is
pretty close.
Savannah? Yeah, it is definitely very close. Savannah, which is in Chatham County, it's the most eastern county in Georgia. Only one of the precincts are reporting though, but they have 61% for Kemp, 37.9 for Abrams. That area is actually typically very conservative. So, with less than a 200 vote lead for Kemp, that would be a good county to be watching because those type of counties definitely could show you how people have changed their vote and also who went out and vote. Because if that county definitely goes blue, then that could definitely show you that more Democrats there went out and voted. Looking back as well, gubernatorial election in Florida, they got 81% now, 1.1 up for DeSantis. That's all I got so far. For Florida, same results for the Senate race. Missouri, is still the same with Bukowskill at 51.1, Hawley at 46.5. Looking right now at the House, Kansas is second district is a key race. We got Davis and Watkins. Davis is up by 4,000 votes, which is very good to see. We got Kansas is third district. That's a very good race to be watching as well. We got Davids and Yoder there. He is up. The Democrat is up by 14,000 votes, which that's going to be a very good race to watch as well. Colorado's seventh district with the incumbent. That's going to be called for Perlmutter. And the third district, that's the district that the Democrat wants to toss up. Seems like it's probably going to be tilting more to the Republicans. Colorado House 5, though, however, we got the incumbent Lamborn, the Republican incumbent, down by 1,000 votes. It's only 1% voting in.
And wait, where is this in the House?
Has taken the lead in Texas's 23rd district. He is up right now by 4%, equivalent to 5,000 votes. Carlos Cortobello is still down in his 26th district. Muracel Powell is up by 3,000, equivalent to 1.4% of a lead.
Yeah, that could be another. That could be another pickup.
Oh,
Wait, so
definitely.
Florida, yeah. So wait, are you good to James? Are you good to take us until 9:15 here on the?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
All right, so please go ahead. I do need to take a quick break, but I will be back with you. James has more than got you until 9:15.
Looking over here as well in the Texas 25th district, this is another district where actually they're trying to flip. We got Williams actually down by a pretty strong Lead actually is down by 10% actually now, just reported 10%.